On the African plains, the sun beats down with intense heat. Hot winds sweep across the land carrying clouds of dust. Every animal here survives on a fragile balance. A single mistake can end its existence. Even the smallest decision can determine survival. In the open grass, a buffalo lowers its head to graze. Its massive body and sharp horns provide defense, but its focus on feeding creates a risk. Only a few yards away, dry grass conceals still golden eyes. A pride of lions has tracked the buffalo for hours. They wait for the exact moment to strike. On these plains, success depends not on sudden strength but on patience and precision. The encounter leaves no room for error. The buffalo can kill a predator if they attack incorrectly, but one moment of weakness can turn it into prey. For the lions, a slow leap or a miscalculated angle means failure. Failure forces the pride to endure hunger for many days. Across the savannah, lions dominate as apex predators. Their muscular strength combines with coordinated group tactics. This combination provides a powerful advantage in the cycle of hunting and being hunted. The grasslands are not only habitat but also battleground. Every movement here can decide life or death. Each hunt begins in silence. The pride moves slowly, watching the slightest motion of antelope or buffalo. When they identify a weak or isolated target, the strategy begins. Lionesses lead the approach, spreading wide to cut off escape routes. Every move must be exact because a single mistake allows the prey to escape. When the trap closes, violence erupts. The prey fights with desperate strength. Male lions join the attack, using their power to bring down large animals. This clear division of roles has been shaped by thousands of generations. Even with teamwork, success rates average only 15 to 30%. For this reason, old, young, or injured prey are preferred. These targets reduce risk and conserve energy. When a hunt succeeds, the meat sustains the pride until the next challenge. Even with a kill secured, feeding is never peaceful. The carcass of a zebra or buffalo quickly attracts hyenas, vultures, and other scavengers. The lions must eat quickly while defending their share. The true power of lions extends beyond muscles or teamwork. By controlling herbivore numbers, they prevent buffalo and zebra from overwhelming the grasslands. This regulation allows vegetation to recover. A single lion rarely brings down an adult prey animal. Cooperation is essential for survival. Lions shape the rhythm of the plains. Every stalk, every ambush, and every struggle over food leaves an impact. On dry and sun-scorched soil, lions are the central link in the chain of survival. Buffalo exist as a unified force. They move in herds, never alone. Calves and weaker individuals stay in the center. Strong males form the outer line, ready to face predators. This formation protects the herd and ensures rapid response to threats. Coordination is guided by instinct and experience. Females often lead the way, relying on memory of past grazing areas and water sources. Mature males defend the group, while younger animals learn their place in the order. This structure is flexible but stable, allowing the herd to survive harsh environments. Within the herd, competition also exists. Young males challenge older bulls in horn-to-horn battles. These clashes are intense but rarely fatal. The outcome strengthens the herd by ensuring the strongest males hold dominance. Buffalo also connect with other species. Oxpecker birds perch on their backs, feeding on parasites. The birds give alarm calls at the first sign of danger. This relationship benefits both species and improves survival. When predators attack, the herd responds immediately. The group forms a tight circle with horns pointing outward. This living wall is difficult to penetrate. Lions or hyenas succeed only if they break the formation or isolate one individual. Buffalo are known for endurance and adaptability. They travel long distances, consume varied grasses, and withstand both dry and flooded seasons. Their strength and discipline allow them to resist constant pressure from predators and environment alike. Buffalo shape the ecosystem in multiple ways. They keep grasslands trimmed, supply food for large predators, and provide habitat for symbiotic species. Their presence maintains balance across the plains where life and death are closely linked. Through sheer strength and collective unity, buffalo protect themselves and stabilize the savanna. They stand as a vital force in the harsh cycle of survival. African elephants are the largest land animals. They are natural engineers that shape landscapes. Each step leaves traces. Trees are knocked down, trails are opened through thickets, and landscapes change continuously along the movement of elephant herds. Many other species benefit directly from these changes. Elephant herds are organized by tight family structure. Adult females lead the group, relying on knowledge of water sources and safe routes gathered through many migrations. The center of the herd is protected, where calves are shielded from predators. This organization maintains stability and ensures that the next generation can grow in a harsh environment. A distinct feature of elephants is communication. They use low-frequency sounds and ground vibrations to connect across miles. Through this system, alarm calls or movement signals spread quickly through the herd. This coordination keeps the group unified and ready to respond to environmental changes. At waterholes, elephants hold advantage through size and strength. Long tusks serve as both tools for digging and weapons for defense. These features are enough to deter many other animals. However, this dominance is not absolute. Buffalo and hippos sometimes challenge elephants, forcing them to reconsider before entering contested areas. Elephants leave a strong ecological impact. When they break branches to feed, they open space for plants below. When they dig holes for water during the dry season, they create access for many species. Their dung carries seeds, spreading vegetation into new areas. Through these actions, elephants support biodiversity and keep the savanna ecosystem functioning. Despite their power and memory, elephants face limits. They require large amounts of food and water each day, this shows that strength exists alongside fragility. The balance between these forces has on the open savanna, giraffes stand out through their exceptional height. This height allows access to tree canopies that most herbivores cannot reach. When they pull branches down to eat young leaves, surroundings. This advantage helps them detect predators earlier than many other animals. The herd can respond before the danger arrives. However, this benefit comes with a clear weakness. When drinking, giraffes must spread their front legs and lower their bodies. In this unbalanced position, they become easy targets for lions or crocodiles. To compensate, giraffes rely on speed. Long legs provide both long strides and fast acceleration. They can break free from a chase within moments. When forced into close contact, a kick from the hind legs can cause severe injury to predators. Even lions must approach carefully. This defensive ability protects both adults and calves. In the ecosystem, giraffes form symbiotic links. Oxpecker birds perch on their bodies, feeding on parasites. The birds also give alarm calls when threats approach. This relationship benefits both the birds and the giraffes. By feeding on higher vegetation, giraffes reduce competition with buffalo, zebras, and antelopes. Leaves and fruits that fall from branches become food for other animals. This creates a multi-layered chain of ecological connections. Height gives giraffes both advantages and risks. They shape the vegetation and play an important role in the food web. They control plant growth, support habitats for other species, and also provide prey for large predators. Role makes giraffes a key element in maintaining balance on the savannah. On the African plains, zebras appear as moving bands of black and white. They travel in large herds, gaining protection through numbers. Their movements open paths to grass and water that other animals also use. Each hoofprint breaks the soil, helping rainwater soak in and sustain plant growth. The most distinct feature of zebras is their striped coat. When alone, an individual is easy to spot. But in a moving herd, stripes blend and make it harder for predators to target a single animal. This advantage, combined with speed and stamina, helps zebras escape from hunts. Zebras are also resilient feeders. Their digestive system allows them to eat both coarse, dry grass and young, nutritious shoots. This reduces competition with antelopes or buffalo. It also gives zebras the energy to travel hundreds of miles during seasonal migrations. When danger appears, herd reaction is immediate. Loud calls carry warning signals across the group. The herd surges forward in a powerful wave of muscle. Kicks from the hind legs can injure predators, providing defense. However, in the chaos, calves or weak individuals may be separated from the group. This separation is the main vulnerability of zebras. The role of zebras extends beyond a single herbivore species. They convert grass into energy for the food chain. When they die, their bodies sustain vultures, hyenas, and other scavengers. Their migrations influence the movement of many other animals. These seasonal shifts reshape the savanna year after year. Zebras are both strong and vulnerable. Their group unity, speed, and endurance increase survival chances. The combination of strengths and limits makes zebras a clear example of the survival rules of Africa. In the skies of the savannah, vultures often appear as black dots circling while searching for carcasses. When food is located, the flock descends almost simultaneously, turning open ground into a feeding site governed by its own order. This process marks the beginning of an ecological cycle where death becomes a source of life. The physical features of vultures are well adapted to this role. Their long, nearly featherless necks allow them to reach deep inside carcasses while reducing the risk of infection. Their hooked, strong beaks are sharp enough to tear flesh, even from decayed remains. By doing so, they consume food that most animals leave behind and reduce the spread of disease. The activities of vultures also enrich the soil. Leftover material decomposes quickly, and nutrients sink into the ground. This process supports the growth of grasses and shrubs. The renewed vegetation feeds gazelles, zebras, and buffalo, continuing the cycle of life. Vultures face many challenges. As herbivore populations decline, fewer carcasses remain. They must fly longer distances to find food, which consumes significant energy. Competition with hyenas, jackals, and other vulture flocks turns, each feeding into a struggle. Their strength lies in long-distance flight and adaptation, but their weakness is total dependence on carrion. In the harsh savanna ecosystem, this combination of adaptation and reliance on death gives vultures a unique role. They prevent natural cycles from being interrupted and keep the ecosystem in balance. The African leopard is the only predator on the savanna that hunts entirely alone. It does not rely on groups or sheer strength. Instead, it uses speed, jumping ability, and focus to capture prey. Leopards can live in many environments, from humid forests to dry grasslands. Tall grass provides cover and allows them to approach targets without being detected. During the hunt, leopards spend long periods observing. They measure distance and select the exact time to strike. A burst of speed combined with a precise leap closes the gap within seconds. This strategy increases success while conserving energy for the next hunt. After a kill, a leopard can drag the carcass into a tree. This action protects the food from hyenas and lions and extends the use of the resource. Leopards achieve higher hunting success rates than many larger predators. They attack or withdraw based on favorable timing. Their prey often includes small antelopes, large birds, and monkeys. Living alone reduces competition within groups, but requires one individual to perform all tasks, from hunting to food defense. Leopards play a clear ecological role. They regulate populations of small and medium-sized animals. Their leftovers provide food for vultures, hyenas, and scavengers. These interactions help maintain balance between herbivores and vegetation and support biodiversity. Adaptability, speed, and precision make leopards vital to the ecosystem. Without group power, they sustain their own rhythm of life. They balance prey and predator, speed and strategy. Their survival demonstrates the ecological principle of balance and efficiency, which keeps the savanna stable. On the wide African grasslands, wildebeests are a constant symbol of moving life. Hundreds or even thousands connect into a single herd. They walk in unison across the plains. Their numbers form a natural shield. When danger appears, warning signals spread instantly, and the herd shifts as one, making it hard for predators to isolate a single target. This advantage carries risk. A wrong reaction can create chaos. Stampedes may leave weaker individuals behind. Lions, hyenas, or leopards do not always attack directly. They wait for a break in the herd to strike. In this system, excessive alertness can sometimes become a weakness. Wildebeests play a major ecological role. Each bite of grass opens space for new shoots. Dung enriches the soil as they move. Their constant migrations create an energy cycle. Vegetation passes through wildebeests to predators and scavengers, linking the entire system. The highlight of their life cycle is seasonal migration. When they cross rivers, they face crocodiles. When they march across dry plains, they search for green grass. Each movement shifts the ecosystem itself. Their search for food provides energy that sustains countless species. Individually, wildebeests have no claws, sharp teeth, or extreme speed. But as a herd, they form a powerful force that is hard to break. This contrast, weak when alone, strong when united, makes them an essential species that keeps the African grasslands running on the rhythm of survival. Beneath the surface of African rivers, hippos form a quiet but irreplaceable force. They live in groups within river channels and lakes. spending most of their time submerged to stay cool and protect their skin. They remain in water by day and move onto land at night to graze. This cycle connects grasslands with aquatic ecosystems. The greatest ecological role of hippos comes from their daily habits. Their waste directly fertilizes algae and microorganisms, which form the base of the aquatic food chain. When they dive or sweep their tails, they stir bottom sediment and release nutrients that support fish and other aquatic life. However, these benefits have limits. Large populations can release too much organic matter, reducing oxygen levels and stressing the environment. Their aggressive behavior and powerful bite also make hippos dangerous animals, a central position in ecosystems. Through daily activity, they shape nutrient cycles. In African salt lakes and wetlands, flamingos gather in massive flocks, covering pale water with bright pink color. Thousands move in synchronized patterns, dipping their beaks in steady rhythm. Large numbers allow efficient feeding and increased safety in harsh environments. Their curved beaks with filtering structures separate algae, plankton, and small shrimp from mud. These salty lakes, which appear hostile, become rich food sources. The pink color of their feathers reflects a diet high in carotenoids and shows their health condition. When lakes dry or become polluted, flamingos migrate immediately, flying hundreds of miles to new wetlands. Their endurance in flight makes seasonal migration a major ecological influence across regions. Dependence on lakes also creates weakness. Young or weak individuals often become prey for fish eagles, wild dogs, or hyenas. When predators strike, alarm signals spread instantly, allowing thousands of birds to react together and reduce losses. Flamingos contribute clearly to ecosystems. They control algae levels and help balance water systems. Their carcasses add nutrients to shoreline soil, supporting plants and scavengers. Their presence enriches landscapes and sustains ecological cycles. Flamingos demonstrate that survival strength comes not only from individuals but from adaptation, migration, and collective living. Through these traits, they are an indispensable link in African wetlands. Across African lakes, swamps, and river mouths, pelicans stand out with large bodies, long wings, and beaks equipped with throat pouches. Their ability to fly long distances and glide over water allows them to locate fish in both inland wetlands and coastal areas. The main strength of pelicans is collective hunting. When working together, the flock forms a semicircle, driving schools of fish into shallow water. They then scoop prey simultaneously with their throat pouches. This coordination is far more effective than solitary hunting and secures reliable energy for the group. Dependence on fish also creates limits. When food declines due to drought or overfishing, flocks face difficulties. Their large size makes takeoff slow, increasing the risk of attack from hyenas or wild dogs along the shore. Constant vigilance is required to avoid these threats. In ecosystems, pelicans regulate fish populations and prevent uncontrolled growth. They also provide food for scavengers such as vultures and crocodiles. Seasonal migrations help disperse seeds and link wetland habitats. The combination of large size, collective hunting skill, and ecological influence makes pelicans symbols of Africa's wetlands. Along African rivers and lakes, fish eagles control aquatic populations. They use sharp vision to scan the water and detect small movements from fish or other animals. Each dive is short and precise. Their talons grasp the prey firmly, and they return quickly to branches or rocks to feed, reducing the chance of theft. This hunting method uses little energy but delivers high success. They combine constant observation with rapid reflexes. Fish eagles adjust speed and dive angles depending on water depth and current. This adaptation allows them to thrive in rivers, wide lakes, and swamps. Their mobility ensures a steady food supply. When fish numbers decline in one area, they move to another. This behavior influences fish distribution and prevents excessive growth of small species. In this way, fish eagles maintain ecological balance. Hunting is not always successful. Strong winds, rough waves, or prey that are too large reduce success rates. These limits show their dependence on natural conditions and the need for constant adaptation. In the food chain, fish eagles are key birds. They regulate fish populations, provide opportunities for aquatic scavengers, and preserve ecosystem balance. Their precise hunting and flexible adaptation make them symbols of Africa's freshwater systems. As the sun sets over the savannah, buffalo herds move as one, showing the strength of unity. Their horns and heavy bodies provide defense, but the herd itself is the strongest shield. In Africa, isolation means risk. Buffalo rely on herds for protection. Lions depend on teamwork to bring down large prey. Elephants live in families to protect their young. Even solitary hunters like leopards rely on territories and ecosystems to survive. The lesson of the savannah is both harsh and clear. Individual strength alone is not enough. Every species endures through connections, both within groups and across the ecosystem. In Africa's endless cycle of life, one principle remains unchanged. To survive, species must stay connected, and this connection sustains abundance and allows the savannah to thrive through the challenges of time.